Hello guys, and welcome to tutorial number 8. And in this tutorial I'm actually going to show you guys how to add images to your website. Okay guys, so now let's actually go to my htdocs folder and let's see. Okay, so here I've gone ahead and added two images to our htdocs folder. Let me actually make that large. Okay, so now you can actually see the two images I went ahead and added for this tutorial. So what we actually want to do now is code this into our web page. So let me just open this up, and you can see, okay, this is an image of me in school. So let's just close that and see how we can actually code that into our web page. Okay, so to actually code an image into our web page, we need to make use of a tag called an img tag. So this is called an img tag, and as you can actually see, it's almost like name, so it's called the image tag. So this is the tag we need to actually add an image into our website. So if I go ahead and hit enter here, you see that Sublime Text went ahead and added an attribute for us again, and this attribute here is the attribute that we need to specify what image we want to add into our website. So this src here stands for source, as in the image source, right? So what this source is actually asking us to provide is the information of, or the name of this image here. So we need to actually specify the name of the image we want to actually add into our web page. So for this image, you can actually see here it's in the same folder as the index.html. So we want to actually just get the name. So the name here is large. So let's go ahead and type that in. Okay, then after this, we want to actually make sure we also add in the file extension for this image. So let's check that out. The file extension should be okay. So it's, you can see the type of file. So this is the file extension, and it's a .jpeg. So that is what we need to add in. So just go ahead and put in a .jpeg, right? .jpg. Okay. So let's actually save this and see how it look in our browser now. Okay, just go ahead and refresh this, and okay, you can actually see the image was added, but okay, it's very massive. You have to actually scroll around to view the image. Okay, it actually worked, but the image is too massive. So what we actually want to do now is try and resize the image. Okay, so to actually do that in HTML, we can also write in the image tag, we can add two attributes. Okay, so the first one is going to be the width attributes, and the next one is going to be the height attributes. So with these two attributes, we can actually resize our image. So first of all, let's go ahead and give it a width. Let's say a width of 300, and okay, so we can actually add a height, but let's go ahead and leave that first. Let's save this and load this in our browser. Okay, you can actually see the image has been resized, and now it's smaller, but it's kind of, the image is not looking squashed. So let's go ahead and specify a height for that now, and let's say 280, and save this now and refresh in our browser. Okay, so now it's looking kind of really nice. Okay, so that's how you actually resize an image in HTML. But this is actually not the right way to do things, because if you actually go ahead and upload this kind of file on your server, it's actually going to take quite a while to load, because we actually used HTML to actually reduce the size of that image. So let's go ahead and check out my htdocs folder, and here you can actually see that in properties, the file size is actually 883 megabytes. So this is a rather big image. So when you actually load this on your website, it's going to take a large bandwidth, and it will actually make you run out of bandwidth on time, and going to make your page take a very long time to load. So and it might actually chase away your viewers. So what you're gonna want to do is add in a smaller image, an image that is not going to actually take up so much space, and it's not going to actually take up so much size. So you want to actually you can use a software like Photoshop So that's actually what I use to resize this image. So let's go ahead and share this image, and you can see that in here, okay, this is just a size of 104, so which is very small compared to this other image. So what we want to do now is try and add this image into our website. Okay, so let's go ahead and change this to small, and let's actually take away this for now. Okay, so if we go ahead and save this now and come back to our browser and refresh, okay, you can actually see nothing happened, and this is because this image here is actually been optimized for web content, for the web, so we don't actually have to go ahead and start resizing it again using HTML. So if you actually load this kind of image on your server, it's actually going to load very fast, and you're not going to actually run out of bandwidth anytime soon. So but making use of the HTML resizing function is actually very recommended in HTML, so that I'm actually going to show you guys why this is recommended later on. So but first of all, we're having an issue here, because if you actually go ahead and run this on your validator that we talked about in previous tutorial, the HTML validator, you're actually going to get an error. Why? And this is because right now there is an attribute that we're supposed to add to an image, or you're supposed to have it on every image that you add in on your website. So and that attribute is the alt attribute. Okay, so as you can see here, the alt attribute. So you have, if I go ahead and click on enter, and now it's asking us to put in a value. So the value, the HTML, the alt attribute is asking us of now is what is actually contained in this image. So we can go ahead and type in let's just say small, and we can actually type in a name. So what this alt attribute does is just to tell the search engine that this image is actually a small image. So let's say for some reason you actually made a spelling error here, and your image failed to load up. If you go to your browser and refresh this, okay, so now you can actually see that we've got the alt attribute here is now showing up as small because the image failed to load, and now the browser is showing us as small. So but imagine if we fail to add this alt attribute here, and we just actually save this and load in my browser. Okay, so now this is what I was going to talk to you guys about. That this function we added here, or this attributes we added here, is now helping us. It's now telling the browser that okay, an image is supposed to be here. So the browser is smart enough to actually keep a space for the image, and so this actually makes your content to your page not actually look distorted or start changing out. So if we should also go ahead and take away this attribute now and save this, reload this page. Okay, you can actually see we're just having an icon here, which is because of this image here. So we're just having a small icon, and your site might actually, or your page might actually become distorted because some content might actually move to some side, and some might go up, some might go down, and so. But if you add in this attribute here, the attribute of width and the attribute of alt, this is actually going to make things make sure things go well. And if you go ahead and save this now, you're just gonna add in this small, and everything's gonna go nice. And this is actually the recommended standard, just to make sure we're safe. It's actually good. You add in the source, the width, the height, and actually the source is actually compulsory because your image is not actually going to show up that source, right? So you gotta make sure you add in the width, the height, and the alt, and this is the recommended standard for an HTML. So if I actually go and run this on our validator now, we're not gonna get any error because our code is actually following HTML standards. So guys, that is all I have for you in this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for staying to the end of this video. That really means a lot to me. So please, if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful to you. Subscribe to my channel and watch another one of my videos, and I'll see you next time.